Good day everyone! Today we're going to discuss about the external and internal parts of a toad. Frogs and toads are both amphibians, and they are similar in many ways, but mostly they are different in their external features. And to be accurate, toads are actually a classification of a frog. So technically, toads are a kind of frog. So let's start. This is a frog and a toad, and as you can see, they have a very different external features. The frog has moist slimy skin, they have very long legs, and they live on the water and they prefer to jump. And they have a slim body type and bulging eyes. While this is a toad, as you can see, they have a bumpy dry skin, short legs, and they also live in the land, and they prefer to walk or do small hops. And they also have a broad body type, and poison glands are found behind their eye. This is the external parts of a toad. This is the external nares, an anterior opening for the entry or exit of the air. And this is the snout. It is the projecting nose and mouth of an animal. And this is the nictitating membrane found in the eye, a transparent part of a frog's lower eyelid that moves over the eye to clean it and protect it. And these are their fingers and their forearm and their arm, their upper arm. And frogs use their forelimbs to clean their faces and eyes, and if their prey is not entirely in their mouth, they'll use their arms to push it into their mouth more. And this is their toe and its web. Web feet assist them in swimming. These are their ankles and their shank and their thigh. The shank is the section of hind limb or leg between the knee and foot of the frog. It is more distal to main body and hence helps frogs to move. And these are the warts found in their body. These black ones, bumpy black ones, these are their warts. And the line you found here is the dorsolateral fold there. And this tympanum or the tympanic membrane, this is their eardrum and they receive sound waves. And this is their eye to see, used to see. So that's the external parts of a toad. This is the internal parts of a toad. This right here, labeled with number 6, is the left atrium. This receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and skin, which also serves as a gas exchange organ in most amphibians. While the number 1 labeled here is the right atrium. This receives the oxygenated blood from the veins. A frog also breathes much like a human by using their left lung, by taking air through their nostrils down to their lungs. The lungs is found here labeled as number 9. And here labeled with number 8 is the stomach. This is the food storage organ and the first major site of chemical digestion. And this right here, labeled with number 10, is their spleen. This functions as a reservoir for blood. And here right here in the spleen, this labeled with number 11, this is their small intestine, where absorption of digested nutrients happens. And here, labeled with number 3, is the aorta. The aorta is the main artery that carries blood away from the heart to the rest of the body. And here, number 12 is also known as the vent, serve as the exit cavity for the excretory, urinary, and reproductive system. And this right here is the colon, labeled with number 5. This reabsorb fluids and process waste products from the body and prepare for its elimination. And here labeled as number 4, this is the egg mass. The frog lays its eggs as many as 20,000 in a clump. The eggs are called frog spawn. They hatch into tadpoles, the larval stage, which looks like a fish. And here labeled with number 2 is the liver. It produces the liquid that breaks down the food that a frog eats. And number 7, here, this is the ventricle. A chamber of a frog's heart that pumps blood out of the heart to the lungs and other parts of the body. So there is the internal parts of a toad.